Maria Vorontsova, Katerina Tikhonova, and Luisa Rozova, Putin's daughters wrapped in secrecy and drowning in wealth. Maria cashed in 597 million rubles from a medical venture, while Katerina flexes a mansion on Kameny Island. Luisa, the whispered secret daughter fueling endless speculation. Their lives are a mix of power, privilege, and now United States sanctions. Because when luxury reaches this level, it's no longer just personal, it's political. Putin's daughters, cloaked in mystery, drenched in wealth. Maria Vorontsova and Katerina Tikhonova exist in a realm of secrecy so thick, even Russian newspapers struggle to catch a glimpse. Public appearances, as rare as a gentle breeze in a Moscow winter. The public is left to speculate, weaving myths around these women whose lives are draped in quiet elegance and an almost otherworldly allure. Putin insists this secrecy is for their safety. After all, accumulating enemies is part of his job description. Rumors suggest that, to maintain their anonymity, his daughters even attended school under false names. The Kremlin reportedly ensured that no official records linked them to their father, a security measure fit for a spy thriller. Yet, despite their father's shadow, both have stepped into powerful roles. Maria, the eldest, isn't just known for her striking elegance, but also for her sharp intellect. Reports claim that within just 3 years, she amassed a fortune exceeding $10 million, thanks to her involvement in a prestigious and well-connected medical enterprise. Her expertise in endocrinology extended beyond academia. Maria took her knowledge into the real world, leading her to co-found Nomeco, a cutting-edge medical company, in 2019. Maria Vorontsova didn't just inherit a name, she built an empire. In 2019, she made a bold career move, co-founding Nomeco, a medical company that quickly rose to dominance in the industry. But Maria wasn't just a passive investor or a figurehead. She played a hands-on role in shaping the company's vision, directing strategy, and making high-stakes decisions from her position on the board of directors. With an intoxicating mix of ambition, foresight, and cold precision, she turned Nomeco into a serious player in medical innovation and strategic partnerships, redefining healthcare services with an elegance that matched her last name. Under Maria's leadership, Nomeco's financial trajectory was nothing short of meteoric. In 2018, the company was running at a loss, but after Maria stepped in, its annual revenue skyrocketed to $6.8 million, proving that the right connections and the right last name can turn a struggling business into a medical powerhouse. Beyond her stake in Nomeco, Maria also held a nominal academic position at Moscow State University, where she earned a monthly salary of 110,000 rubles, about $1,250. Sure, it wasn't Nomeco money, but it added another layer of credibility to her career portfolio. Meanwhile, she married Yevgeny Nagorny, a man who, interestingly, once complained online about police torture during Putin's crackdowns over a decade ago, proof that Russian politics, much like its economy, operates on unexpected contradictions. While Putin kept his daughters far from public view, he ensured they had elite education, wealth, and influence, the perfect toolkit for carving out a future in Moscow's most powerful circles. And Maria? She's leveraged every bit of it. Sit back, relax, and grab your favorite drink. This one's gonna be interesting. Katerina Tikhonova, the academic powerhouse with elite ties. Katerina Tikhonova isn't just another wealthy heiress. She's a strategic force in Russia's academic and corporate elite. Often identified as Putin's second daughter, she's woven a complex web of wealth, influence, and high-level connections that places her at the heart of Russia's power structure. More than just a graceful presence, she wields intellect and ambition, navigating both government-backed enterprises and private corporate empires with ease. For years, Katerina operated under the radar, unknown to the public until 2015, when Reuters confirmed her identity. Using her maternal grandmother's surname, Tikhonova, she avoided media scrutiny while rising through Moscow's elite academic circles. Holding a prestigious role at Moscow State University, she directed multiple state-funded research projects and oversaw a massive $1.7 billion campus expansion initiative, a project infused with Kremlin-backed resources and an all-star roster of advisors, many of whom happened to be former KGB operatives closely tied to her father. Katerina's scientific leadership wasn't just for show. She played a crucial role in government-funded research and high-profile international presentations, representing Russian science at events like the St. Petersburg Economic Forum. While the exact reach of her influence remains unclear, one thing is certain. Her ties to the Kremlin ensured that state funding and institutional backing flowed freely, propelling her projects forward with the kind of support that only comes with being the daughter of Russia's most powerful man. Katerina Tikhonova wasn't just building an academic empire, she was securing generational wealth. While her scientific career cemented her intellectual standing, it was her marriage to Kirill Shamalov that truly skyrocketed her financial status. Shamalov, a close Putin ally and major shareholder in Bank Rossiya, was no ordinary businessman. His bank, widely regarded as the financial hub for Russia's elite, was rumored to be involved in managing the assets of top Kremlin officials and oligarchs. But the real jackpot came shortly after their wedding. In a move that raised eyebrows, and probably a few champagne glasses, Shamalov acquired a 38% stake in Sibur, one of Russia's largest petrochemical firms, for just $100. The market value of this stake? A cool $380 million. The seller? None other than Gennady Timchenko, another ultra-close Putin confidant. This wasn't just a business deal. It was a billionaire fast-track pass, instantly elevating Shamalov's status and ensuring that Katerina enjoyed a lifestyle most Russians couldn't even dream of. With their newfound fortune, the couple embraced high-end living, snapping up luxury properties in Russia and abroad. One of their most notable acquisitions? A $3.7 million villa in Biarritz, France, nestled in an ultra-exclusive coastal enclave. Leaked emails and financial documents uncovered by Reuters and the Organized Crime and Corruption Reporting Project, OCCRP, revealed that the couple spent lavishly on real estate and high-end furnishings, turning their wealth into a display of untouchable privilege. For Katerina, her rise wasn't just about intelligence. It was about being in the right circles, making the right moves, and having the right last name, even if it wasn't publicly used. Luisa Rozova, the enigmatic heiress. Beyond Putin's two well-known daughters, there's another name whispered through Russia's elite circles. Luisa Rozova. Allegedly the daughter of Svetlana Krivonogic, a former housekeeper turned millionaire, Luisa's existence is shrouded in speculation and intrigue. The world doesn't know for sure if she is Putin's secret child, but the whispers, the wealth, and the sheer opulence surrounding her life make the theory too tantalizing to ignore. Luisa was born into privilege and luxury, but mystery has always followed her. With no official confirmation of her paternity, the mere possibility of her being linked to the Kremlin's most powerful figure has made her one of the most intriguing figures of Russia's ultra-rich elite. Her mother, Svetlana, has amassed a stunning $100 million fortune, including prime financial and real estate assets, an empire built in the heart of St. Petersburg's most exclusive district. Among the most jaw-dropping properties is a grand estate on Kameny Island, a secluded haven reserved for Russia's wealthiest elite. The rumored childhood home of Luisa Rozova, this estate isn't just luxury, it's an architectural statement of absolute power and exclusivity. But the real crown jewel? A 4,800-square-foot penthouse, listed by elite real estate firm Knight Frank & Walkers, one of just 21 residences in the private Berezovaya Alley complex. This isn't just a home, it's a fortress of luxury. A moat-lined exterior ensures privacy, while inside, every inch of space is curated for indulgence. The first floor boasts a grand living room with a vast terrace overlooking the Neva River, offering a serene retreat from city life. The second floor blends tranquility and playfulness, featuring a luxurious bedroom and a whimsically designed children's suite, because even the offspring of billionaires need a touch of fun. But it's the third floor that defines extravagance: a private bar for entertaining, an elegant home theater for exclusive screenings, and a sunroom lined with dazzling gold foil, perfect for basking in wealth, literally. The moment Luisa Rozova's name hit the public last year, speculation exploded. Once an anonymous teenager, she suddenly found herself in the spotlight, and her social media followers surged by the thousands. She was seen jet-setting between Russia, Monaco, and Paris on a private business jet, living a lifestyle straight out of a billionaire's playbook. By 18, she launched her own clothing line and made a name for herself as a sought-after DJ, branding her collection as casual wear for everyday life, a phrase that likely didn't include everyone's everyday life. Her lavish lifestyle was all over Instagram. Designer outfits, exclusive parties, luxury cars. Even her BMW 7 Series had an interesting backstory. It once belonged to Russia's Minister of Culture. Her 84,000 Instagram followers lapped up the content, but not everyone was impressed. As her posts flooded social media, so did the backlash. Critics tore into her, pointing out that the brand name of her clothing line could be read as a play on Vovochka, a diminutive form of Vladimir, hinting at none other than Vladimir Putin himself. The reactions? Pure outrage. Some accused her of living off the people's money. Others sarcastically commented that she was spending their grandparents' pensions. One user flat out declared, "I see where my parents' taxes are going." Another took aim at her father, urging her to ask him to resign, while another lamented that this is why the roads are never fixed. Then, just as suddenly as she had appeared, Luisa vanished from social media. Her accounts went dark, fueling panic and conspiracy theories among her followers. The silence was deafening. Meanwhile, the United States government took note, imposing sanctions on Putin's hidden heiress, officially acknowledging what Russia had spent years trying to keep in the shadows. Sanctions and secrets: the global fallout. Katerina Tikhonova and Maria Vorontsova weren't just powerful figures in Russia, they were also high-value targets in the West's financial crackdown. After Russia's 2022 invasion of Ukraine, the United States and the European Union placed both sisters under strict sanctions, a move designed to disrupt Putin's ability to shield his wealth through trusted family members. By cutting off their access to international assets, elite banking networks, and luxury investments, the United States and its allies sent a clear message: Putin's inner circle is no longer untouchable. For years, United States intelligence agencies suspected that Putin's financial empire wasn't just hidden in offshore accounts. It was embedded within his family. His daughters, long kept out of the public eye, were now at the center of a geopolitical storm. Western officials believed Maria and Katerina had access to assets Putin couldn't officially claim, making them prime targets in an aggressive effort to disrupt Russia's global financial web. The tipping point came after the atrocities in Bucha, where disturbing evidence of mass civilian killings by Russian troops sparked international condemnation. As outrage mounted, President Joe Biden and European leaders pushed for unprecedented economic retaliation. Biden, in particular, made it clear that Russia would face swift and severe consequences for its actions in Ukraine. The move to sanction Putin's daughters wasn't just symbolic, it was deeply strategic. By imposing sanctions on Maria and Katerina, Western governments aimed to apply direct pressure on Putin himself. These measures were a calculated attempt to restrict his financial reach, limit his ability to maneuver assets, and ultimately increase the cost of Russia's war efforts. The idea that Putin stashes his wealth under his daughters' names only intensified scrutiny. If the Kremlin thought keeping them out of politics would protect them, Washington just proved otherwise. Putin's hidden wealth, sanctions, secrets, and power plays. For years, whispers and speculation have swirled around Putin's immense fortune, with estimates reaching billions of dollars. Yet, much of his wealth remains shrouded in secrecy, carefully tucked away behind a labyrinth of trusted allies and tight family connections. The Biden administration's sanctions on Katerina Tikhonova and Maria Vorontsova weren't just financial punishments. They were a direct attempt to unravel this web, exposing the hidden foundations of Putin's financial empire. Interestingly, despite her reported fortune, Putin's rumored third daughter, Luisa Rozova, was left out of the sanctions list. The decision only deepened the mystery surrounding who controls Putin's wealth and where it might truly be hidden. Enjoyed the video? Drop a 1 in the comments. Not feeling it? Hit me with a 0. Your feedback matters. The daughters step into the spotlight. A few years after the sanctions took effect, Maria and Katerina made an unexpected return to public life, this time as key speakers at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, SPIEF. This was a rare public appearance for Putin's daughters, who typically stay far from the limelight. Maria, now a genetic scientist, moderated a panel on bioeconomics, confidently touting the role of Russia's defense industry in maintaining the country's technological independence. The SPIEF, often compared to the Davos Economic Forum, carried heavier political significance this time as Western leaders were absent, replaced by a strong presence from South American and Asian delegations. Western media took notice. The New York Post highlighted that while Maria and Katerina avoided discussing their personal careers, their presence alone helped bolster their father's image at the forum. The Guardian observed a growing trend: Putin's children and close allies securing influential roles in business and government, signaling a possible move toward long-term power consolidation. Former CIA official Ronald Marks told the New York Post that Putin was at an age where he was actively thinking about his legacy. Given that both Maria and Katerina are highly educated and well-connected, he speculated that Putin would not hesitate to use them as public figures when necessary. The billionaire's dilemma: where is Putin's fortune? While Putin himself collects only a modest official salary, his lifestyle tells a different story. Lavish estates, glittering yachts, and a collection of high-value assets far exceed his declared income, fueling endless curiosity. Where does the real power of his wealth lie? Many suspect it's buried within a network of hidden assets, profitable business ventures, and alliances with Russia's wealthiest elites. Inside Russia, this financial maze remains nearly impossible to penetrate, but outside, the West's efforts to unravel the secrecy are only just beginning. The world speculates, but the truth remains hidden. Putin's wealth isn't just about numbers, it's a web of secrecy, power, and privilege. Officially, his annual salary is around $140,000, yet his lifestyle suggests a fortune far beyond that figure. Among his most extravagant assets is a 190,000-square-foot palace on the Black Sea, sarcastically dubbed Putin's country cottage. This lavish estate features frescoed ceilings, a marble pool adorned with Greek statues, and even $850 Italian toilet brushes. Maintaining this opulent retreat costs $2 million a year and requires a staff of 40. The estate also includes a private theater, a helipad, and its own vineyard. But its real controversy lies in reports suggesting it was funded through corruption and favoritism. Beyond the Black Sea, Putin enjoys another secluded sanctuary, his high-tech dacha in Novo-Ogaryovo near Moscow. Serving as one of his primary residences, this estate is equipped with advanced security systems, blending traditional Russian architecture with cutting-edge luxury. A retreat from the political storm of Moscow, it stands as a symbol of power, isolation, and unchallenged wealth. While his declared income remains modest, his palatial properties and extravagant lifestyle paint a very different picture, one of unchecked financial power hidden behind layers of secrecy. Putin's appetite for luxury and exclusivity goes far beyond his extravagant residences. His collection of elite assets reaches extraordinary levels. At the heart of this collection is his fleet of private aircraft, rivaling those of any world leader. Among them, the Ilyushin Il-96, a long-range executive jet, stands out. Dubbed the Flying Kremlin, this aircraft is a symbol of absolute power and opulence, featuring a neoclassical interior with plush leather seating, rich walnut veneer, gold accents, and the colors of the Russian flag woven into its design. On board, Putin and his guests enjoy a full suite of luxury accommodations, ensuring absolute comfort regardless of destination or political agenda. The aircraft boasts a private office, multiple conference rooms, a lounge, a guest area, a mini-gym, a spacious dining room, a bar, multiple showers, and a fully equipped medical bay designed for emergency care. But beyond comfort, security is paramount. The Il-96-300 is outfitted with cutting-edge defense systems, including radar-absorbing coatings, an onboard missile defense system, and multiple classified protective measures. While specific security features remain highly confidential, it's widely believed that the jet is one of the most fortified aircraft in the world. For added security, Putin's fleet includes several identical Il-96 aircraft, ensuring that no one can pinpoint which plane he is actually on during international travel. At least 2 of the 3 government-owned jets are deployed for every presidential trip, further complicating any potential threats. This strategy mirrors a long-standing practice among world leaders, where identical vehicles and decoy aircraft are used to maximize safety and secrecy. Putin's love for heavily fortified luxury travel is not a new phenomenon. It dates back to the Soviet era, reflecting a decades-old tradition of absolute control, security, and grandeur in Russian leadership. Putin's love for the open sea is reflected in his staggering yacht collection, each vessel a floating palace of excess. The most notable among them is Olympia, a $274 million superyacht allegedly gifted to him by Russian billionaire Roman Abramovich. Designed by renowned interior firm Mark Hampton, Olympia boasts a helipad, a swimming pool, and lavish suites fit for royalty. Frequently spotted in the Black Sea, the yacht serves as a floating testament to Putin's taste for the finer things in life. But one yacht isn't enough. Recently, Putin expanded his private fleet, bringing his total collection to at least 10 luxury vessels. Among his latest acquisitions is Chaika, the Seagull, a 68-meter super yacht valued at $28 million. Built for pure indulgence, Chaika features a jacuzzi, a fully equipped gym, a beach club, a barbecue lounge, and a swimming pool. For extra leisure, the yacht is stocked with jet skis, diving gear, and premium fishing equipment. Because nothing says power quite like deep-sea fishing in absolute luxury. Yet, the crown jewel of Putin's maritime empire is Scheherazade, a $500 million superyacht, though some insiders suggest its real value could be closer to $750 million. This 6-deck behemoth comes equipped with a full spa, a private theater, a top-tier gym, and not 1, but 2 helipads. Every inch of Scheherazade screams extravagance, with gold-plated fixtures down to the toilet paper holders. Beyond his luxury estates, private jets, and fleet of superyachts, Putin's obsession with opulence extends to his extravagant watch collection, featuring timepieces from prestigious brands like Patek Philippe and A. Lange and Sony. These watches, often crafted from white gold and encrusted with diamonds, are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars each, a stark contrast to his modest official salary. But watches are just the beginning. Putin also travels in absolute secrecy and comfort aboard a custom-built, high-security luxury train, a 22-carriage fortress on wheels valued at $15.8 million. This train isn't just about transport, it's a rolling presidential palace, featuring a fully equipped gym, a spa carriage with state-of-the-art anti-aging technology, a tiled Turkish bath, and luxurious sleeping quarters. The train's dining cars are lavishly decorated, and a private onboard cinema ensures entertainment on long journeys. Security is, of course, a top priority. The train is heavily armored, with bulletproof doors and windows, an onboard diesel-electric generator for independent power supply, and classified communication systems that keep Putin connected to global affairs in real time. Its existence highlights his paranoia and need for absolute control, ensuring he remains shielded from external threats while traveling in undisturbed luxury. Despite these exorbitant displays of wealth, Putin remains absent from global billionaire lists. The FBI has been unable to officially verify assets exceeding $1 billion in his name, keeping him off the Forbes Billionaires Index. However, financier Bill Browder testified before the United States Senate Judiciary Committee, claiming that Putin is the richest man in the world, with an estimated net worth of $200 billion, an empire built through strategic corruption, oligarchic loyalty, and hidden financial networks. Meanwhile, millions of ordinary Russians struggle with low wages, rising costs, and limited access to essential services. As Putin indulges in palatial estates, billion-dollar yachts, and gold-plated luxuries, the growing divide between the elite and the rest of the population fuels public frustration and deep skepticism toward a system that concentrates so much power and wealth at the top. Still watching? Drop a 2 in the comments so I know you're here with us. Putin's ex-wife and the real estate fortune. Putin isn't the only one whose wealth and financial dealings have drawn scrutiny. His ex-wife, Lyudmila, also plays a key role in this complex financial web. The former First Lady of Russia has been linked to a foundation controlling prime Moscow real estate, generating millions in rental income. The property, historically significant and located in the heart of Moscow, underwent a major renovation funded by Putin's close allies. The rental profits, however, don't flow to the state, but instead go to a private company registered under a name strikingly similar to Lyudmila Putin's maiden name. Corporate records reveal that this foundation was established in 2002, and by September 2006, Russian state media publicly identified Lyudmila as a key figure in its operations. In an interview that year, she used the term "we" when discussing the foundation's work, further hinting at her deep involvement. According to 3 sources familiar with the organization, Lyudmila actively supports a literary award and a publishing division, both managed under the foundation's umbrella. The organization operates out of the Volkonsky House, an elite historical property, though most of the building is leased to tenants, including 2 major state-owned banks. Rental payments are directed to Meridian, a company 99% owned by Interservice, according to corporate filings reviewed by Reuters. And here's where things get interesting. Since 2014, Interservice has been entirely owned by a woman named Lyudmila Alexandrovna Shkrebneva, the maiden name of Putin's ex-wife. While Reuters was unable to obtain official documents confirming that Shkrebneva and Putin's former wife are the same person, multiple indirect connections strongly suggest they are one and the same. Adding to the intrigue, the former director of Interservice was Olga Alexandrovna Tsayeva, whose name also appears in business and real estate records tied to high-level Kremlin-linked operations. Efforts to reach Tsayeva for comment were unsuccessful, but rental contracts analyzed by Reuters reveal that renovations at Volkonsky House were directly overseen by the Kremlin's property management department, even though the building was no longer state-owned at the time. A source involved in the project disclosed that Lyudmila personally inspected the renovations, and whenever she arrived for a site visit, Moscow's Vozdvijenka Street was immediately locked down, a level of security usually reserved for top Kremlin officials. While VTB Bank, one of Russia's largest state lenders, remains a key tenant in the building, the true ownership structure behind these assets remains obscured, reinforcing the long-held belief that Putin's family members and close allies serve as guardians of his hidden financial empire. The Volkonsky House, a prime piece of Moscow real estate, isn't just a historical landmark. It's a financial goldmine. One of its current tenants pays over $2 million per year in rent, according to a 2015 government tender document. However, the total revenue generated by the property remains unknown, as does the exact amount Meridian, a company linked to Putin's ex-wife, pays to the foundation managing the building. In 2015, Meridian reported revenues of 225 million rubles, approximately $3.89 million, yet no details were disclosed on where the money actually goes. When Reuters attempted to contact Meridian and CDC, the foundation managing the property, via emails, phone calls, and in-person visits, they were met with silence. The Kremlin's press office also refused to comment on any connection between Putin and his former wife's financial dealings. This opaque financial arrangement fits a well-established pattern in Putin's Russia, where those close to the president benefit from lucrative contracts, state-backed loans, grants, and access to key government-controlled assets. Reuters has previously reported on Kirill Shamalov, Putin's former son-in-law, who became a billionaire overnight after marrying Putin's daughter and acquiring a large stake in Sibur, one of Russia's leading gas and petrochemical companies. Shamalov later acquired luxury property in Biarritz, France, through Putin-linked associates, further reinforcing the financial privilege granted to those within the president's inner circle. Putin's name has long been synonymous with luxury, with a Midas touch that seemingly transforms those within his orbit into billionaires. However, his legacy may not be defined by the wealth of his allies, but rather by the untapped potential of his daughters. Their rise to prominence could shape the next chapter of Russia's power structure, hinting at a future where influence and innovation take precedence over mere financial gain.